to a life that is what we make it. I've learned as of recent that exploring my own backyard, as in the place where I live, is something that has been meaningful. As you see on my channel here, I do not engage with much of social media. And that's because I do not have a social media account per se. If you consider YouTube a social media account, then yes, I do have one social media account. But that's not what this is about. This is about sharing my recent exploration. Lately, I have been venturing to my local region where I live, 15 to 20 miles from home. I've sought interest to explore my own backyard. What that means is the areas that are unfamiliar to me, I drive there. I drive down a specific road, and I've noticed by doing that, it allowed me to see some of the shops and other establishments that are in my neighborhood. That wasn't the goal. The goal was just to get more familiar with my locale outside of the guided point system, which is a GPS. As we are all susceptible to this, I'm sure you listening to this may relate. When we leave home, we are glued to the GPS, which is fine. But lately, I have just sought interest to understand what it would be like to leave my home and venture 20 minutes from home and be able to navigate the local roads just using the guides and the marking systems. And of course, it was an adventure, but I also learned the connected ways that the roads are shaped and certain back roads that do not have stoplights versus certain busy ways and byways that have numerous stoplights. And doing that, it like I said, it taught me and is teaching me, because I'm not done doing that. It's teaching me my locale, my area where I live. It is an activity that is, of course, slow, and it is less exciting if the idea of excitement is drastic. It has been very helpful and not only grounding, but build a different type of confidence that I didn't set out to do that exactly. I simply wanted to be able to drive home. Yes, of course, I'm going to have the GPS on my phone, which we all have access to GPSs on our cell phones these days. The idea and the goal of that was to leave home, take a certain highway, be able to navigate be able to steer clear away from the high traffic areas and still be able to get to my destination. And interestingly, that goal was had. So that's what this is simply my audio diary to myself, because it dawned on me that I wanted to, yes, delete this channel. It would be, and if I did that, it would be the second channel that I've deleted, because I did create one before, and due to one reason or another, it was deleted. But I've realized that as growth is happening, maintaining some sort of diary is very important. So that's what this is, my diary. And not trying to steer anyone in that direction of driving to an unplanned destination to learn your environment. No, not trying to inspire that at all. It's simply for me to reflect back on this and realize that doing so did build confidence. Getting in the car, especially going to the business district in my area here, going there, I am now confident how to get there. And I've actually now made it, I'm not going to say I made it a game, but it's now been not fun, but more aspiring to venture out to another semi big city here close to me and learn that area. There's a small airport here where we are. Of course, there's the mall system. Okay, the mall system is busy. Roads connected to the mall system is busy. And we are all familiar with the roads that go to the mall. Doing this drive is showing roads not connected to the mall system, roads connected to other major shops that it's ventured to. And apparently here in Texas, they shaped their roads where there are certain streetways that have lights, and then there are certain, of course, roads that venture to residential areas that, of course, the speed limit is low, but it is non-trafficked, so the drive there is pleasant. And then there are certain roads that are not in residential areas. They're your farm to market roads. So they're just these small but big things that I would want to know about my neighborhood. I would very much want to know about my neighborhood. So I'm glad. I'm glad I ventured, and I am going to continue to.